In this question, you will be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Friends should be able to disagree with each other and still maintain their friendship. Use details and examples to explain your opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
A student has written a letter to a university newspaper. You will have 50 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
What'd you think of his idea?
I don't know. I'm not sure I agree.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Well, we don't need to know all that stuff right away, but, some of the stuff was really useful.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, for instance, I learned about the student book fair, where a lot of students sell their used books, ones they don't need anymore.
Right, the book fair.
Yeah, I would have just bought all my books at the bookstore, but instead I waited and went to the book fair to buy used books straight from the students, and that saved me a lot of money.
Me too. But what about what he said about the website? If that's true, then...
Well, sure, but it just seems unrealistic to me that students would ever do that. Think about it. When was the last time you ever used the website like that?
I guess never.
Exactly. Same for me. And most students probably don't and wouldn't bother, I imagine, if the university did what he's suggesting. Who's got the time?
Yeah, I know with all the other stuff I've got going on.
Right, classes, campus events, and everything. I just don't see students bothering to go to the website, using it like that, and so they just end up missing out on a lot of important stuff they should know.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal, then state her opinion about the proposal, and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
A student has written a letter to a university newspaper. You will have 50 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
Okay, well, so recently, when I was buying a new car, I was looking at several different cars, and I took a lot of time researching the advantages and disadvantages of each one before finally making up my mind to buy one particular car. However, it was a different matter yesterday when I had to go to the store to buy some batteries for a flashlight, and there must have been at least 4 or 5 different brands of batteries at the store, batteries made by different companies. Well, no doubt some batteries may last longer than others, and some might be higher in quality or cost slightly more or slightly less. But do you think I stood there reading each battery's package? Or do you think I asked the salespeople questions so I could compare them? Of course not. Because frankly, they all cost around the same, and they probably last about the same amount of time. And, well, I didn't want to waste 10 minutes standing there trying to figure out which batteries were best. I just grabbed the first ones I saw and paid for them.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of rational ignorance.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
So, we've talked quite a bit about various physical characteristics of animals living in the wild, features that act to protect them in the wild. But what about young animals, the ones that need the most protection from predators? Well, they also have special features that help them survive, features that are temporary until they grow into adulthood. For one thing, many young animals have features that are useful for camouflage, which help them hide from predators. These features help the young animal blend into the surroundings, hide in the trees or bushes, and not be seen by predators. For example, baby lions are born with spotted fur, which helps them blend into the African grasslands. For about 3 months, before they can even walk, the baby lions have spots that allow them to lie in the grasses and blend into the surroundings, making it much more difficult for predators to see them. Many young animals also develop temporary physical features that help them move quickly or efficiently in their environments. With this special help, they can move in unusual ways to escape from predators. Again, these additional physical features go away as the animal matures and learns to protect itself in other ways. An interesting example of this is a type of bird that typically lives on water. The baby birds, which can't fly yet, have what looks like a finger on the end of their wings, which they use to climb trees or bushes to escape. As they mature, the wings fully develop and they're able to fly.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 features that help young animals survive in the wild.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.